everybody's going to appreciate or understand the decisions or the choices that you have to make in life that are very hard at times. You see what I'm saying? Even with your kids, they may not understand the decisions or the choices that you make sometimes concerning them or whatever it may be. Sometimes it may have to be, concerning a separation or, divorce or whatever. Like, people may not understand the reason why you have to say no, or the reason why you have to just make a decision to move forward, to move on, or to end certain deals or whatever it may be. Like, sometimes your no is a yes to God. Like, and what I mean by sometimes your no is a yes to God is like when God calling you to close a chapter in life, He's telling you to tell that person a no and give him a yes. You see what I'm saying? And so people are not going to appreciate that. People are not going to like that, and understand or whatever it may be. But as long as God is getting glory out of your life, as long as you are having a peace, that peace stored back to you, as long as you are acknowledging, hey, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know what is going to happen. X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. At the end of the day, it's either God, them, or that. Like, what is going to be? What is it going to be? Like, people they're not going to understand. It's okay. Because not everybody's called to be on the same page or journey as you. Some people might look at your situation and be like, I don't understand how they do that. I don't understand why they would say that. I don't get it. That can't be God telling them to do that. That can't be God telling them to say that. Why would God tell you to do this? Why would a loving God tell you to do that? Because they don't understand. They don't see it the way that you see it. And you don't even see it as clear as you think, as clear they may perceive that you see it. No, you just stepping out. You just moving off faith. You just moving off obedience. You know what I'm saying? Following the Lord with blind faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you're following after God. You're walking after God. You're trusting God and not even seeing where He's leading you. It's an example God just gave me a few weeks ago at somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? They put a blindfold on me and they walked me through some steps telling me which way to go. And all I could hear their voice. I couldn't see the way. All I could do is just and hear God's voice and say, just trust me. Daughter, trust me. Son, trust me. Walk with me. All you need is my voice. And my voice will never fail you. My voice is here to lead you. My voice is here to direct you. My voice is here for you to trust me. Learn to trust me. All you got to do is just trust me. I'm with you every step of the way. And I'm telling you, when I walk through it, listening to God, listening to the instruction of which way to step, which way to go, which way to do this. And I made it without a stumble, without a trip or anything. And if y'all did stumble, and if I would have tripped, or if you do stumble, if you do trip, guess what? Keep the blindfold on and follow the Lord. And He will direct you. And next time you'll know where to step. You'll listen more clearly. You'll be more keen. We just got to trust God. And that's wrong with a lot of us. We don't trust God with certain areas in our life. We don't trust God with certain problems in our life. We don't trust God with our marriages. We don't trust God with our relationships. We don't trust God with our kids. We don't trust God with some of the things that we should trust God in everything. But I'm saying that saints, there's certain areas where we may not even trust God in. We thought or we think we trust God, but when it boils down to it, with this situation or with that particular thing, you're not trusting God. And you're leaning upon your own understanding and you're trying to direct your own path and want the Lord to go with your own steps. You want the Lord to order your steps in the way that you choose to go in. And it's not going to work like that, because you know what he said? He say, lean not upon your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge the Lord, and he will direct your path. He will order your footsteps. But we're clearly doing it our way, and we want God to be okay with our way. And then we get in particular situations and we complicate the matter, we complicate the situation, we complicate the problem, we complicate this and we complicate that. And we no longer feel like, we get to a point maybe that wasn't God speaking to me. Maybe that wasn't God doing this, or maybe this or that or whatever. Maybe that wasn't God that gave me that dream or whatever, Lord. Either we like, oh Lord, I don't know if that was God or not. I don't know if that was you or not. I don't know if that was truly from you or not. But how many confirmations do we need? How many words of knowledge do we need? How many words of warning do we need? How many this or that do we need? God is not the author of confusion. And if he told you something, he told it to you, and he meant what he told you. And they're worded for me. So stop grinning and guessing and questioning yourself like, is it God? You know the fountain of God. You know the voice of God. You know the Father. Stop complicating the matter. Yeah, people gonna be hurt along the way based upon certain decisions, but it's not your duty to care about or rather how somebody feel about something. Because that's the case, the world will be more jacked up than it actually is. Because everybody, and this is basically where we at, because everybody worried about somebody else's feelings. That's why some parts of the body in the church are jacked up, because we worried about how somebody else feels than we are about what the word of God says and how we're supposed to stand and what God calling us into and what God telling us to do or whatever like that. We're worried about emotions of people. When all people that's on this earth and got to and need to and trying to figure out, what is God calling us to do? What is the voice of God? What is our purpose in life? What is the goal? Why are we here? I don't know, y'all, but I'm finna end the video. I got some hard thinking to do. I got some things to confront. Some things I need to make and adjust. Some adjustments I need to make in my own life. And things of that nature. It's not my job to be more concerned about somebody else's feeling, thoughts, and opinions more than I am concerned about my life, my walk with God, and with the embetterment for me and my, self and children and et cetera and et cetera. Because I don't know what God is trying to take me. I don't know what is the next move of God. How God gonna do anything. But it's not even my business to even worry about that. My business is just to trust God and just trust his leading. Just walk wherever he tell me to walk. And I always go back to years ago when I first got saved and things of that nature. And God was teaching me his voice. And I was in a car similar to this car right here. Mine was a Mercury too, but it was think it was a different year kind of Mercury. Or Grand Mark, whatever it was, I don't know. But anyway, and I was driving, and the Lord was telling me to turn this way, to go straight, to turn this way, to turn that way. And I just was listening. I was keyed in listening, trying to hear and really follow what I was hearing. And the Lord was just letting me know that He was teaching me how to hear His voice. And that had I would have never went those particular ways where He was telling me, anything could have occurred. But because I was obedient, I dodged more than what I could have dodged. So when you're not obedient, you run into walls, or you run into areas, or you run into bad situations, or whatever it may be, that you could have avoided, problems that you could have avoided, certain people that, you could have avoided on a certain level or whatever. So when we place ourselves in situations, and we know good and well from the jump start that we heard God say, don't do it. Don't go over there. Don't talk to them. Don't get in that relationship. Don't bother with that. Don't try that. Don't get into that. Don't settle for that. Back out of that. We need to listen. We need to listen. And we really do. We need to listen. Because a lot of time when God say don't do something, He has something else for us. He has a yes somewhere, but it's not this particular thing that we're trying to yoke and join and put together and, do all this other stuff with. That's not God's choice for you.